All right, here we go. Okay, so we did our energy exchange for today with our handy dandy dowsing pendulum and our handy dandy dowsing charts. This is called spiritual response technique. This thing that I'm doing now, that other energy exchange is just general dowsing, though I do cheat by using my spiritual response technique charts. Okay, fine, it's not cheating. I have developed a little system here of finding a way to very briefly do an energy exchange using this lovely tool that is spiritual response technique, but you can use any dowsing chart you have. You can even write down the list of energies that you feel like you're carrying on a piece of paper and use your pendulum to find the one that would most benefit you from getting rid of today. You can write down a list of positive energies that you want to call in, use your pendulum again to just douse and find the one that's right for you, and then do your own breath work exercise. Do whatever works for you. Do a drawing exercise, incorporate your creativity, incorporate a friend, incorporate fire, water, incorporate the elements, right? Like write down that energy on a piece of paper and then burn it. Write down that energy on a piece of paper and let it drift into the river or to the water source that's closest to you. These things are powerful. They're ritualistic in nature. They're symbolic, and yet there's something solid to them, which makes it so powerful. So speaking of powerful, that's the energy we're going to look at today, because in our energy exchange, we found that powerlessness was the thing that we needed to clear today. And in its place, we wanted to call in life. And so I was really just seeing that as powerlessness for power. How can we make that transition happen? It can feel hard, especially if you had a lifetime of experiences of powerlessness. If you've been in a kind of a cult-like environment, if you have been in a highly religious environment, if you have just been in any kind of a high control environment, maybe your mom, your dad, your grandparents, whoever it was that was your main caregiver, maybe they were just very, very controlling, and that made you feel powerless. And you are still continuing on, maybe even now that you're 40, 50, 60 years old, you're still feeling the influence of that powerlessness that was created in that very early dynamic for you. So we're not sure what's happening here. There's a broad group of the collective that could be experiencing this in a very particular way. And for you all, no matter what way this powerlessness is showing up for you, I encourage you to, take what I'm saying, hear it, see what resonates for you, grab onto that, work through these exercises that I'm going to share with you, whether that's release statements or, kind of the psychic energy work that I encourage you all to do here. Or if I don't hit on exactly what for you has been a sensation of powerlessness, that doesn't mean that this isn't a great opportunity for you to think about the ways in which you have felt powerless, or perhaps are you somebody who has created a sense of powerlessness in someone else, and can you correct that behavior? Can you apologize to that person for creating that in them or creating that experience for them? And then can you change your behavior to try to avoid recreating that in the future? That would be kind of ideal. So the first thing I always do is I ask, what's the root? Who am I asking? I'm asking your high self. I'm asking spirit. I'm asking source. I'm asking the subconscious, our collective subconscious, what's going on here? Because when we break down and we get through the layer of ego, and we get through the layer of shadow, and we get through the layer of, identities and archetypes and all the different uniforms we all wear every day, when you break all of that down and you just get to the nakedness of human awareness, we're all sharing in it together. And so my high self can talk to your high self through the use of this pendulum and these charts to get and gather some information. So this is what we do. We say, what is the root of this powerlessness? What is the particular root of this powerlessness? I had a deep sense that this was going to happen. So this is past life. This is a past life energy of powerlessness. So it is a program of fear. So a program of fear. So when we're looking at past lives, we usually look at what's the program that was operating inside that past life. Who was the cast of characters that was there? What role did you play? What role did these other people in this dynamic play? And then kind of when was it? Was it a past life in another dimension? Is it a parallel life? Is it actually a future life? Because, whoa, time is weird. Yesterday we talked about how science is weird, hearing is weird, our bodies are weird, dowsing is weird. And then we talk about parallel lives, parallel realms. That stuff gets really crazy. But anyway, so when we have this chart 4, which is what just came up for me right now, it's showing me the program, which is a program of fear. And then what else is going on here? It was a present life yet to come. So this is actually borrowing trouble from tomorrow, right? This is the program of we're borrowing trouble from tomorrow. We're already worried about being powerless in a future life that hasn't happened yet. Fascinating, right? And then do we want to look at the cast of characters? So there's a brother figure stepping forward, there is a grandparent figure stepping forward, and there is a husband energy stepping forward. So a husband, a grandfather, and a brother. So very masculine heavy in this energy right now. So you could be any one of those roles, either in this lifetime or in this future lifetime that is yet to come, that we're borrowing this fear and anxiety from. But whatever the case may be, let's look at what we can do to release ourselves from this past life. First, I'm just going to say, Spirit, clear our memory of this past life. Again, past life, future life. Time is weird. It's just kind of hard to explain all of this. But if you think about time as sort of an infinite loop that's always going back and forward on itself, we can think about the past and the present and the future in sort of a more in a layered way, right? Where it's not happening in chronology, it's happening almost stacked on top of itself right here in this present moment. So I'm right here, my reality has collapsed right here with you here in this moment, but my past is still right here in alignment with my current reality, but it's a few layers down. And my future is right here in this present reality, but it's a few layers up, whatever you want to call it. So think about this as in like time is happening in a sandwich of layers this way versus chronologically this way, because then I think we can sort of see how we could have our awareness bop into this level of awareness in the future, and then our awareness can kind of drop into the energy or the feelings, the experiences of past energy, and then it sort of influences then this present moment. So you see how that could kind of work. It's like our awareness is influenced by both the past and the future all at the same time. We have memories of both that we can access. We have experiences and energies of both that we can access at all times. At all times, funny, I use that word, but again, this is where time is just sort of strange, is that it is all existing at the same time. It's just our awareness of it, whatever reality we're dropping into right now is what's different. But that doesn't mean that the influence of the past and the future isn't impacting us right in this very present moment. It is. And that's what this is saying, right? It's saying this powerlessness that you're feeling right now is not necessarily about this very moment. It's about a future version of you that is influencing you right now. And so we're just going to say Spirit clear, but we're also going to say what else can we know or see or do around this fear programming that would help us release ourselves from this energy or this imprint of this fear programming. And again, it's this fear programming that is creating the sense of powerlessness. So we're just saying from beginning to end, clear and harmonize everything from the beginning to the end. And again, if you're somebody who likes to do imagery, if you're somebody who feels like they have some psychic power or some ability as an energy worker, to be able to just say right now, I cleanse, clear, and harmonize my past, my present, and my future so that I can be perfectly alignment right here in this present moment. Oh, I energetically align my past, my present, and my future, clearing out anything that is not serving me in this present moment. Oh, and just taking a breath in that and feeling what comes up for you. Are you having feelings of doubt, or did that feel empowering? Is there a part of your mind that was like, yeah, that'd be amazing if I could do that, but like this feels weird. What do you mean? Dive into that a little bit more, because I think you'll see that in this moment, you are actually very powerful in releasing yourself from any fear that might be overtaking you right now. You're very capable of harnessing power. Power exists for all of us. Power is available for all of us at any time. It's just whether we're choosing to harness it or not. It's whether we're choosing to attach onto that power and allowing that power to be something that we work with in harmony, or whether we allow that power to drag us down, or whether we allow that power to intimidate us, whether we allow that power to make us afraid, whether we feel strong enough, in ourselves to say, I am powerful. Like, do you feel strong enough right now to say, I am powerful? And what comes up for you? What fears come up for you when you think about accepting your own power and authority as an individual? Something for you to think on. Okay, so we've cleared, we harmonized, we balanced from alpha to omega, the beginning to the end, across all time, all dimension, all space, all of our beings, every iteration of our being, every mirror image of our very being, everything that has existed in all of time, across all reality that has anything to do with who you are. We clear and harmonize it now. Okay. Oh, so the thing that just came up was a miasma of spirit, and these are archetypes, spiritual archetypes that can get in our way from allowing us to fully operate as ourselves, as the full expression of our soul. And I don't necessarily know why these things happen. Again, it could be past or future influences. It can be all sorts of dynamics that create these miasms, these different splits in our personality, these different, again, uniforms. I love thinking of them as uniforms. It's like, oh, at a certain point, our soul decided it needed to wear this uniform, and now I have been operating as this being in this uniform, and it's not necessarily serving me anymore. So we're just going to say we're going to clear that right now. Is there any particular uniform or archetype we want to look at when it comes to that specific miasm that just came up? So we came to 10A. Beliefs. It's around our beliefs. It's our belief of beliefs. It's around our belief structure. It's around the things that we are cementing ourselves to, even though, again, they're not serving us any longer. An unwillingness to change our beliefs. That's what I'm getting right now. So this is the archetype of the know-it-all, maybe. This is the archetype of the person who has a really difficult time changing their opinion, even when the evidence is right in front of them that they should change it. Or maybe the evidence isn't there, but in their heart, they know that the thing that they have been hanging their hat on, a belief system they've been hanging their hat on, is no longer feeling functional and safe and healthy for them, but they're completely unwilling to move it. So that's the miasma spirit. That's the archetype that came up. And again, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing here is, in my sort of channeling and in the downloads that I get, is like, here you are as a young being. And again, it doesn't matter when this happened, past, present, future, but here you are as a young being, and you were in an environment where you didn't have a lot of power. You were deeply controlled. You did not have the opportunity to express your voice, express your opinions. You were under a lot of rules, under a lot of structure, under a lot of rigidity, and you have not been able to break outside of that. You've grown. You're no longer in that household. Maybe those people are even dead. But for some reason, you've kept that operating system. You've kept this belief system going of, I don't know what I'm doing. I need other people to help me. I can't trust my own opinion. I can't trust my own guidance. I should follow these very particular rule sets because that's what keeps me safe and healthy. And that's where we need to break down right now and say, I release myself from all outdated belief systems that I've been carrying. I release myself from all outdated belief systems that are no longer serving my highest good. And I open myself up to new belief systems now. The right belief system, a powerful belief system, and a belief system that is mutable, that is transformable, that is transformational, that is willing to be changed and alchemized. When we get so stuck in our beliefs and our expression of who we are and our identity around who we are, our belief system around who we are, it really prevents us from the true soul expansion that all of us are here to experience. We are here, I believe, this doesn't have to be your belief, but I believe we're all here to experience the most we can while we get to operate this human body, so we can take it back to source, take it back to the light, take it back to all that is, and go, hey, look what I found. Look at what I discovered. Look at what I got to experience on planet Earth inside of that very interesting, weird, miraculous human form. Look at the pleasure I got to have. Look at the pain I experienced, and look what it taught me. Look at this lesson. Look at this wisdom that I gained. I want to bring that back to the hive. I see all of us as these little bumblebees that go and we pollinate and we gather and we learn and we take this nourishment from life and we bring it back to the hive, back to the collective, subconsciously while we're in this body. And then when we transform into the next life, we go back to source, we get to take that information, because we are light beings of light and information, that go back to source and say, again, here it is. Here I am. Here is my version of this experience. And when we keep ourselves boxed in, we're not going to bring the highest quality back to the hive. We're not going to bring the best information back to the hive. We'll be like, look, I stayed in my box and I got to be an expert in this very one thing. I got to be the expert in powerlessness. I'm going to bring this back to the hive, which fine. If that's what you want to bring back to the hive, that's what you can bring back to the hive. But if you want to be that little bumblebee that brings back like all sorts of amazing different scents and flowers and the pollen of a million different flowers back to the hive, you can't stay in your powerlessness box. You can't stay, chained to outdated belief systems. It's kind of boring. I'm going to be honest. It's a little boring. I feel as though it's a little boring. You do you, but I feel it's a little boring, and I feel like you have a lot more opportunity for cool things than that. Okay, so I'm going to ask yes or no. Did we clear out, find, destroy, disintegrate the root? Yes, so that's my yes. Now I'm going to look at what % blocked are we to our power, to our life force. We're not blocked at all, and so what % are we open to our life force and our power? 0%. So now there's no external blocks. We've cleared those out of the way, but our own heart is closed to our power. Our own heart is closed to this life force. And again, this might be connected to these miasms that are just like got us stuck wearing a uniform that isn't. It's like you're not in your bumblebee uniform. You're in like a different kind of uniform. What's a bug that's kind of like solo, not really doing much in this world? I don't know. I was going to say a stink bug. I was going to say an ant. I don't know what bug we should be identifying with right now when we are stuck in our little uniform. But it's not a beautiful bumblebee that gets to go, pollinate and gather amazing things from flowers. It's something else. Something one-dimensional. What's a one-dimensional bug? Somebody comment what the best one-dimensional bug is that's out there. Oh, I'm weird. Okay, so now we're looking at our openness. So we learned that we were not open to our life force and our power. We're not fully operating as our best bumblebee selves. And this is going to tell us maybe how we can look at that and what we need to do. So our second astral body is what it said. I almost didn't say that because it's like, how many astral bodies do we have? The jury's out on that. But so y'all know like the astral body, right? It's like the space you go in the dream world. It's your ability to exit this human form and be aware of the other levels, layers, parallels, realities. So there is in our astral body, not this physical one, not even the etheric body, but like this other astral realm version of you that is stuck. And it is not open to its power. It is not open to its authority. It is not open to its life force. So why? Like, what is the root of this astral body being grumpy about this? Is this chart 4? It is chart 4. Again, this is kind of that past life stuff. So what is blocking our astral body? An organ language. I'm going to go to my chart 2. No, I have an organ chart over here. Is there a particular organ in general that is like causing this? I have an endocrine system, glands, and organs. So what organ language? Other. Of course you're going to say other. Rude. Well, it's not the lungs, heart, gallbladder, liver, spleen, stomach, small intestines. Oh, I wonder if it's an astral organ. Do you know your astral body has organs? I can't confirm or deny, but that's what I'm picking up right now. So we're just going to say spirit clear. Spirit clear the organ language that is blocking our astral body from being able to accept our power. What else can we do here? How much weirder can we get today? I feel like I'm ripe for just some weirdness right now. Are you? I don't know if it's because of the season that we're in. I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year. I don't know if it's because what like Neptune squaring Saturn is doing right now. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm feeling extra weird. And like, if anybody just wants to be really weird with me, reach out because I just feel like being weird. So the desire to escape. So again, we're looking at the astral body, this organ language of the astral body. There's this desire to escape. Oh, maybe, which is maybe why we're in the astral realm. Oh, so maybe we need to call ourselves back. Okay. So, okay, here it is. Got it. Okay. So here you are. You're this young being. You are being controlled and dominated by your caregivers, by those around you, by your school, by your religion. And the way that you have dealt with that is by escaping into the astral realms. You have gone into dream world. You've gone into daydream world. You have gone into float in the other realms and experienced the other realms because this realm has been very hard. And unfortunately, you took your power with you and you took that connection between your solid earthly body into this other realm. And there's this like inability for cohesion and inability for it's almost like the right hand to talk to the left hand, right? Because you've so disconnected into the astral that you're not down here in this realm being able to harness your power, right? It's almost like a chariot without a driver. That's what I'm seeing, right? You're the chariot. You have this power. You have this ability to lead, to grow, to transform, to create movements, to alter life as we know it. But the driver, you as the chariot driver, you're up in the astral realms. You're not down here where you can actually make the most impact in this present reality. So my question to you would be, are you willing to come back down into this reality? Are you willing to forgive the caregivers that hurt you, forgive the systems that hurt you, release yourselves from the belief systems of those caregivers and the structures who have hurt you, allow yourself to form your own belief systems and your own identity, and then be the driver of your own chariot? Call that awareness back. Call that awareness back from the astral realms into this present reality, into this body, and watch your life change. You do not have to continue to give your power away. You do not have to continue to feel powerless. You can just operate your own chariot. So right now, let's say I am free to operate my chariot. I'm not afraid of being my own chariot driver. I bring my astral body back into my physical body now. I bring my awareness back into my physical body now. I have nothing to fear. There is nothing to be afraid of. I bring my astral body back into the physical realm now. Okay. I said I wanted to get weird. We're getting weird. Here we go. Okay, so is there anything else? I'm going to ask a yes or no. Is there anything else you want me to look at right now as far as this clearing goes? No. So I'm just going to say, what percent are we now open to our power and our life force? 100%. Beautiful. Thanks for doing this work with me, you all. I feel like the people on the other end of this video, no matter how big or how small, participate in this process, which is why we can come to reach, the answer that we want, the conclusion that we want, which is 100% open to this power and authority. Because I'm not doing this on my own. And I know that I am connected to a collective that really appreciates this work and the opportunity to be transformed. So we're going to go and we're going to do 100% of 100% a mop up. For those of you who watch my videos, you know what that means, but really ultimately it's just saying whatever is here that I missed, I'm just asking for it to be cleared. Whatever is here that I didn't talk about, we're just asking for it to be cleared and resolved. And our new energies are success, worthiness, gratitude, justice. Success, worthiness, justice, and gratitude are all your replacement energies for today. You can say yes, thank you, amen, so be it. And Merry Christmas. Have a nice day. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope that was helpful for someone in some way. As always, please don't hesitate to comment, like, reach out, direct message, email, call, text, whatever the case may be. I am freakishly easy to find on the internet. thepointedstone.com, www.thepointedstone.com. You can find my Etsy shop where I have some amazing pendulums. I just made this one the other day and she will not leave my side. I went to pick up another pendulum and she jumped into my lap. I don't even know how it happened. The laws of physics were broken by this pendulum yesterday. And for some reason, she's like, I want to do all the work with you. Please do all the work with me. And she's not even that fancy. I mean, she's beautiful. She's a serpentine. And then this beautiful stone up front. But she's wrapped in metal. And that could be why she's got more bang for her buck happening. She's not just a stone. Okay. Thanks for celebrating weirdness with me. Thanks for leaving your comments and getting involved in this process. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Look who's coming to say goodbye. Look who's coming to say goodbye. It's Rosie the dog. It's Rosie. She's coming to say have a wonderful holiday, everybody. And we will see you next time on another episode of clearing with